Hey, I'm Steve, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about overcoming energy blocks. So, the basic premise is that your body is an electromagnetic field, and there are moments in time where you might feel tired, you might be fatigued, you might have a lot of anxiety or worry, or you may even have a fear of the unknown, or a fear of being successful, but some sort of theme around fear. And all of these negative emotions, which are on the lower energy of vibration, lower energy spectrum, actually block or prevent you from moving forward in your life. And some of them you may have had for years, some may just get triggered once in a while that slow you down. And you don't really notice it otherwise. You just sort of like, life's kind of good, but then you get triggered, and then that trigger slows you down or prevents you from moving forward in some sort of maybe a business venture or maybe a relationship or somewhere where you're trying to expand, a new area where you just you keep seeing those same patterns over and over again. And the reason that we have these blocks in our body, and part of the reason why we come here and reincarnate, is so that we can actually overcome these negative emotions. That's a big part of the reason why we're here on the planet. And in some cases, some people have come back many times, many reincarnations, and have still struggled with it. Now, regardless if you believe in reincarnation or not, what I can tell you is that there are techniques to alleviate those blocks so that you come back to a place of peace, you come back to a place of center, and you more effortlessly are attracting the things that you want to attract without trying so hard, without acting so much, just more focusing on your energy and your feeling. So the bottom three, so there's 8 energy centers throughout the body, 7 in the body, 1 is outside the body, but it still affects us. And then there are 3 that are below your navel, and basically the bottom of your groin. So you got the bottom of your groin up to your navel, there's 3 energy centers there. And anytime you have a block, those energy centers, they're like brains, right? So every energy, like if you think of the sexual organs, there's an energy center there. It has a brain. If you send blood to that area, then something happens, right? Depending on if you're male or female. It changes, your energy changes the chemicals, which changes the emotions, which changes your body. So there's a material effect, right? You're affecting the material aspect. So it's a real brain. And there's 3 of them energy centers there. 1, like I said, is around your stomach, 1's in your gut, and then 1 around your sexual energy centers. And so anyways, the point is that in order for you to evolve, to get past any blocks or patterns or self-sabotage that you're seeing over and over and over again, it's vital that you clear those energy centers. And it's something I've started doing with clients more. And it's something that what it does is that once it's cleared, once those energy centers are cleared and you're able to, it's sort of like a relief, because for many people, they've been feeling self-sabotage or trauma or some sort of blockage that keeps stopping them for years. And like I said, for lifetimes, if you believe in reincarnation. So once you release those energy blocks, what happens is that energy is allowed to circulate and go to the heart, where it allows you to use that field, that 10-foot diameter electromagnetic field around your heart, to attract more of what you want. And sometimes just unleashing those blocks, clearing those energy centers, what happens is that you automatically get into your heart space and begin to immediately attract better circumstances, events, or whatever it is. And I'll give you an example. So a gentleman I worked with last year, he was going through a horrible divorce. He hadn't talked to his wife, his ex-wife, as they were going through the divorce. They were separated at that point for 2 years, okay? So they hadn't talked to each other for 2 years, and they have 2 young children. And we started working together, and on our 3rd session, I said, okay, we got to do some clearing around this relationship, because it keeps coming back, and you haven't even talked to her in 2 years. They were just texting each other because They weren't talking. And they're raising these two kids together, which is kind of crazy. They're in different homes, but it was just like a really unusual situation. There was a lot of financial issues because he just wanted to separate, and she was giving him a hard time on the financial part. And so it wasn't going anywhere. It was stagnant. So what we did is we did some clearing work. And like I said, I do this one-on-one with clients. And when we started clearing the energy, there was a point in time where the block and the energy completely cleared. And I asked him, and this was near the end of our conversation, it was about a 90-minute call. I said, what do you feel now? He goes, I just feel love. 2 days after that conversation, when we cleared that energy center and he was back in his heart center, and that's what happens, by the way, when you clear the bottom energy centers, you start to behave, think, and act from your heart, okay? And by the way, this is the most intelligent you will ever be when you come from your heart. Your heart is intuitive and anticipates events. It knows things before they happen. It's this place of knowing. You gain a lot of power. So 2 days after we had this session, he actually ran into his ex-wife. He went to pick up the kids at school. She was there, and they ended up having a conversation. Like I said, they hadn't talked in 2 years. And the first thing he did was he apologized for the things that he had done and for making this separation so difficult. And she apologized to him. And now they're working out an agreement for them to separate where they, can still raise the kids separately, but then also sort out the finances. So changes can happen very quickly when your energy is clear and when you're coming back from your heart center. So that's just one example. There's examples of people where, money in abundance started coming to them. It really depends where you're blocked. But it could be preventing abundance in all aspects coming into your life at the level that you deserve and want. So what I'm offering is, if you want to talk to me more about this clearing, I will talk to you for free first, just to figure out where the blockage is. And then once we figure out where it is, then we can talk about clearing it. And there's you have to pay for that part of it. But at this point, because this is experimental and I haven't done this in years, but have helped a lot of people, even family members, clearing these blocks, these energy blocks, I'm happy to do it for you. If you're subscribed to my YouTube channel or you regularly visit my blog, then I'd love to talk with you about clearing these energy centers. Like I said, we got to pinpoint what it is first. Once we pinpoint it, then we can talk about what the next steps and put a plan together. If you're interested in that, I'm going to have a link below this video to my calendar. You can just go book a call with me, and I'm happy to have a conversation and see where it goes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for watching. If you haven't watched the channel before, if you want to watch more videos like this, then be sure to subscribe on my YouTube channel. And if you do book a call, I look forward to speaking with you. And thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.